Daphne.
Cool.
Nitro Girl Paisley.
Very cool.
Alicia.
Who?
Indy.
Oh, cool.
Becky Bayless.
Very cool, but she's a hoe and she knows it.
Bagger. Missy Hyatt.
Before or after I made amends with her?
Missy Hyatt. Doesn't matter before or
Hoe
after.
bag. Hoe bag. Come on, I'm the coolest of the cool.
Danny Doring put you in the hoe bag, you know.
Who?
Oh. In that time, can you tell us who is the most horrible person in the business?
In what sense, horrible person? Well, that was in the business would be Sable. She's not in the business anymore. So.
Okay. Well, that counts.
She's
though.
just a horrible human being.
Here we are. What a dick. This is the game where we're going to talk about the men of the business.
Okie dokie.
If they're cool, they're cool. Mm-hmm. If they're dicks,
What a dick.
we dick them.
Okay.
Triple H.
Cool.
Sean Waltman.
Cool.
Vince McMahon.
Very cool.
Shawn Michaels. And you couldn't possibly have anything bad to say
That
about
could
him.
go both ways. I've seen both sides, but...
Well, you seem to be a dick to
Okay.
others.
Yes. Yeah.
Never to
Okay,
you.
so cool.
Cool. Shane Douglas.
Cool.
Shane.
Cool.
McMahon. Sabu.
Was cool until I just saw what he was saying about me, so what a dick.
Sandman.
What a dick. What a major dick.
Okay, you can't leave it there. What happened? Salvatore M. What are your thoughts on the allegations that the wrestlers' rescue proceeds are being embezzled by Dawn Marie? Also, what are your thoughts of your pal Francine allegedly embezzling proceeds from her Legends of the Arena shows?
Okay, we'll take this in two parts. Let's go with Dawn first. I tried to help Dawn out once with the Wrestlers Rescue Organization. She needed help handling like bookings that would come in for some of the boys. So she was supposed to, I offered my help. I didn't want to get paid for it, but I offered help as being like the booking coordinator for the organization. She was supposed to forward me everybody's, booking information and their requests and this, that, and the other, and all the emails that would come in for bookings for these guys. She was just never on the ball with these people, and finally she would, send me an email from some random promoter. I'd write to the guy, and he's like, I sent this request in 5 months ago. And I was like, all right. I said, Dawn, if you don't send me this stuff in a timely manner when it comes in, I'm the one that's going to look like an asshole when I'm finally getting back to people 5 months after they put in a request for someone. I said, this is bullshit. She was always like, well, I'm so busy. I can't get to it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not hard.
What's she busy with?
I don't know. It's not hard to hit forward on the email and send it to me when they come in. And then another thing that made me look really bad, and that's when I said I'm not. This whole job for me that lasted about a week. I was handling a booking in England for what's his name, Brian Kendrick. Mm-hmm. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I really don't know who the fuck he is. I talked to the promoter. I talked to him a couple times on the phone, coordinating all the flights and everything like that. I would get the flight information from the England promoter. I forwarded it on to this Brian Kendrick dude. And the promoter calls me up the day of the show. He didn't get off the plane. Where is he? I said, all right, let me see. So I called up the kid. Wasn't answering his phone. Wasn't returning emails or text messages. I'm like, I have no fucking clue. He already sent the deposit to the kid, and the kid is trying to say, oh, I never got flight information. I'm like, you dumb fuck. I'm the one who forwarded it to you. I knew your flight, and so did you, and we even talked about you receiving the email from me. So he made me look like shit to this England promoter as if I wasn't, forwarding stuff on. So I said, you know what, Dawn, it's not worth the headache. If I was getting paid for this, maybe I'd put up with the headache, but I wasn't. I was just doing it to help her out. So yeah, my entire involvement with Wrestlers Rescue lasted about a week.
Why was Wrestlers Rescue, which I thought that was for like wrestlers who were infirmed in some way, why are they in the business of booking flights for Brian Kendrick?
What Dawn wanted to do, from the bookings that the organization got for the boys, she was keeping 10% of their fee for Wrestlers Rescue to benefit people.
Okay.
The whole scandal that came about was people that supposedly she was helping were saying they never received a dime from it.
Correct.
So everybody was wondering where all these funds are going from the 10% of booking fees for all these wrestlers and items donated, like Jim Ross donated a few signed cowboy hats that were auctioned off. Money disappeared. And everybody was saying that it's funny how she can show up at every Comic-Con or convention across the United States and pay her own way and pay her hotel and get her table there to push Wrestlers Rescue and sell her own pictures. But she's got the money for that, but she didn't have the money for any wrestlers that actually need help. So that I'm not placing judgment. I'm not saying she did embezzle
Right.
money. I'm not saying she didn't because I don't know. I wasn't part of the organization. But that's where the whole story
I think
came
she
out.
just recently put up a couple of videos trying to explain some of these specific incidents. There's like 2 videos. A lot of explanation on Dawn Marie's part, but she's got something to say about it. Maybe it's true. Who knows? Ron Dixon.
Well, then, right, the Francine thing.
Oh, Francine, what's she doing
I've
with
never
this?
even heard that story.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what Legends of the Arena shows are.
Ron Dixon, during the height of your WWE fame, were there any non-wrestling celebrities who propositioned you? I'd also love to ask if any of them actually bedded you, but I won't.
You just did.
You can feel free to let us know anyway, though, and the names if you'd like. Well, you mentioned some of the black athletes. Can I say?
Yes,
Right?
professional
Some
black
of these?
athletes
Yes.
love me.
Very good.
There was one white one,
Bill Fralick.
an ex-pro hockey player. I don't remember his name.
Oh.
But yeah, there was like a Hollywood celebrity, if you want to even put him in that category. Back when we did WrestleMania in LA, we also had a celebrity softball game that weekend as part of the festivities, and so it was the wrestlers against celebrities, but they were like C and D list celebrities by then. Like you had Horseshack from Welcome Back Kotter, and yeah, that kind. So do you remember the one guy from Weekend at Bernie's, Jonathan Silverman? He also had a TV show called The Single Guy for a little bit
Yeah.
after the Weekend at Bernie's show. Well, he was one of the players, so he was already probably like E-lister, and they wanted me to run up to him and do my whole Sunny gimmick on camera because he was like the cuter guy on the team. So I just ran up to him, kissed him on the cheek, put my arm around him, did the whole flirt, thing. And they wanted to film us walking off the field together, like I took their best player off the field kind of thing. So as we're walking, he propositioned me to go in his trailer with him, right there in the field.
How does one say that? Does he say you want to go in my trailer? Is it
Yeah, that's
that blunt?
exactly what he said. He goes, "Hey, Sonny, want to go see my trailer?" Just like that. And I was like, "No, do you want to get your face busted in by all these guys?"
Wow.
I would have just had to say, let's take care of him. And they would have.
Balls.
The balls.
Salvatore M. Has indie wrestler, ticket seller Danny DeMonto ever stalked you like he has every other woman who has worked in the Northeast?
If he has stalked me, I don't know. He must be doing it very discreetly, but I don't think so, thank God.
Okay. Let's see. Slick Chris, once again, did Vince ever ask you to do something you were not comfortable with in WWF?
Vince always asks people to do things that they're not comfortable with. Most people do them because they're afraid to say anything. I could always just say no. There are very many times that if there was something I just didn't feel like doing, I would say, I really don't want to do that. He'd be like, okay. He would never pressure you. He would always back off immediately.
Were they like in-ring things, like taking bumps, or were they like
No,
outfit
well,
choices?
it never had something to do with in-ring stuff because I didn't wrestle for him.
No, I know, but
I could take a bump here or there. I had no problem with doing that. But, well, like, for instance, like my very first photo shoot I did in his house in Greenwich, Connecticut. And he was basically directing the whole shoot, telling me how to pose, what rooms we were going to use. So we did the one shoot at the pool table in the billiard room that actually made my first T-shirt with the pool cue. And I actually had this tiny little nightgown on, and they wanted to shoot me playing pool. And Vince liked to put himself in the poses he wanted me to be in. Like, he would totally get feminine and put himself in the actual poses for me to mimic. So
you don't have any video of this, do you?
that they videotaped the whole thing.
Of Vince doing the poses?
Yeah, they taped it. They taped
Someone
everything.
find this and send it.
It was
please.
great. So he used to do my promos for me too, in the sunny voice and bopping around, just to show me what he wanted. But so he stands with the pool cue. He's standing on his left leg. He puts his right knee up on the pool table, arches his back to show me how he wants me to pose. But that shot for me with like my legs spread wide open and he wanted it kind of from behind, I was like, I'm not really doing that. He was like, okay, no problem. He tried, but it didn't work.
Gotcha.
There'd be things like they wanted me to have a romantic, gimmick going on with Farouk. They wanted to be an on-screen couple and like kiss on screen. I'm like, dude, no.
Once again,
No way.
That's
What is with the black men?
what's going on.
I know. And I've already heard rumors on the internet that I was with both Ahmed Johnson and Ron Simmons. I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God, send a white man my way. Not that I'm racial in any way, shape, or form, but I just don't do
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
that.
here's the surprise. Let him in, New Jack. Come on. Jason Worthing. Vince has a reputation for being flirtatious on camera and reportedly had an affair while married to Linda. Did Vinnie Mac ever make any advances towards Sonny?
Never once. Complete professional. I've always said he's the best boss I've ever worked for, and he really is. He treated me like gold. I was his golden child. So, and he never once made a move or any kind of flirtation or anything. He was awesome.
All right. Salvatore M., which female wrestling personnel, I'm sorry, let's go up. Salvatore M., which female talent you've worked with had the worst hygiene or odor? Female.
Well, I don't normally go around like sniffing girls' armpits, so it'd be kind of hard to tell. And I really haven't worked with girls that much. If you think about it, who have I always worked with? Guys. You know, I wasn't a wrestler. I did a couple times, but, you know.
Maybe it's what's her name from Smoky Mountain? Margie.
Margie. Ooh, dirty white girl. Forgot about her. Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, yeah. Total hit.
Was it the pits or elsewhere?
She was just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, all around dirty.
Horsecock Express, Sonny, which female wrestlers were notorious for sporting a big bush?
Once again, I really didn't go around on a normal basis going, how bushy are you?
You don't run into coming out of the showers.
You know what? The girls are very mindful of their nudity in the locker rooms. They usually will go behind closed doors or turn around. I'm pretty much the only one who will just strip down butt naked and get changed in front of people because I don't care.
Good for you. And everyone
Comfortable
else.
in my own skin.
X-Pac gave us a name when we were doing the word association. We said a woman's name. Was it Lillian Garcia? Any knowledge of this? No.
No.
Okay.
What? He said what? About having a bush?
We were doing.
How would he know?
I said I'm going to go through a list of female names. Just give me the first thing that comes to mind. Some of you'd say sweetheart, bitch. Lillian Garcia. He said big bush. So I just.
I wouldn't know.
Who knows? Undertaker.
Oh, cool. Totally cool.
Foley.
Absolutely a doll. Totally cool.
Paul Heyman.
If I had a gun, I would kill him if I didn't have to go to jail for it. So I guess what a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a Foley impression?
No.
Okay. Scott Hall.
Cool.
Kevin Nash.
Very cool.
Bret Hart.
Very cool.
Kevin Dunn.
Goes two ways. In the 90s, what a flaming dick. When I first got on my production staff contract, my boss was Kevin Dunn because I was production staff. He was head of the production studio. We butted heads so many times about everything because I was in production meetings at TVs and pay-per-views. I was one of the people that sat in the room, taking notes and going over the whole format of the show, just like everybody else, giving ideas. And they'd always ask me for ideas too. It was cool. But that was my boss. And we hated each other. So what a dick back then. When I went back for, I think it was WrestleMania 25 in Houston, when I went back for the Battle Royal, we bumped into each other at the post party, at the after party after WrestleMania. And we had a nice little conversation and smoothed over everything that happened back in the 90s. So now he's cool. But in the 90s, what a dick.
You do an impression of him. Corny
No.
does a great one.
I can imagine he do it. He probably does the teeth and everything.
Oh, the whole deal. Laurinaitis.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, Johnny and I used to travel together on the road. We've been friends for like 16 years.
Conan, I'm going to dick him. I don't care what you say.
Dick.
Next. Oh, good for you. Billy Gunn.
Cool.
Tommy Dreamer.
Cool.
CM Punk.
Very cool.
Jerry Lawler.
Very cool. He puts me over like $1 million to anybody.
Tom Pritchard.
Very cool.
Lance Storm.
He's got his cool and dick qualities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russo.
Dick.
Corny.
Cool.
Rumors. Ramsey, Montreal, Canada, and Sean Waltman's You Shoot DVD available at kvcommerce.com.
You're not going to do anything, you know. And I didn't call you, you know, to have you like inflict any violence upon, you know, anyone. I said, I just need somebody to vent to. And he's like, well, when I come up there, you know, you and I are going to hang out, and then you can decide on if you want me to take care of him or not. I'm like, no, you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. And that was the end of it.
And then he went on and posted on his Facebook
And
page,
said that
Tammy
I
called me and asked me to do this, and I'm not going to do it, right? Was that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, where in the world is this coming from? Yeah.